put in this time capsule to explain what humans are like?
I'd like to put a cassette tape and a cassette player in the time capsule and say that the most important thing in the world is peace.
I'll leave my TV.
A baseball bat.
My baseball card collection because there will be different players then.
I'm okay. What are you looking at?
The future has come to this.
Oh, yeah?
Carmen, is that you?
You are now tuned into VCR TV.
money. Easy money.
Night vision. With DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night vision. With DJ Kyle Reese.
No, 4224.
Night Vision with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club.
Nice night for a walk.
VCR TV returns from the grave. DJ Kyle Reese Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Vision with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Vision with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Vision with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Vision with DJ Kyle Reese.
Oh, il y a deux voitures qui viennent à travers le désert.
Prends-moi comme je suis.
Hey, buddy, got a dead cat in there or what?
Fuck you, asshole.
Night Menu with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Menu with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Menu with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Menu with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Vision with DJ Kyle Reese. Saturday night at the Coffee Club. Night Vision with DJ Kyle Reese.
Friday night
at the Coffee Club. Night Menu
with DJ Kyle Reese and DJ Gregory Cool upstairs.
I appreciate the importance of education. You know, I have the issue whistle, but I also appreciate the value. Fit. And if you're still not convinced,
I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm just a sitting here at midnight, and I've been sitting here till noon. You see, my lady left me lonely. Yes, she did. Baby left me blue.
Greg Lane from FM 102. It is a pleasure being here. We are just having a great old time. Marianne, you guys are just absolutely the most spirited bunch we've had out here. Everybody's just doing a great job. I want you to know how much we appreciate you being here this morning. I know it's not easy at 3:30 in the morning, but you guys are making it real easy. Just keep up the good work. You got some people here to introduce to us, so go ahead.
We have some really talented students from Casa Roble to entertain us tonight, and they're called 7-7.
All right. Let's stand for 7-7.
Imagine a world where time drifts slowly, a world where music carries you away. Experience pure moods, the perfect soundtrack for your way of life. Direct from Europe, this multi-platinum collection has won the hearts of millions. Set adrift with the timeless pleasures of tubular bells. Or take a trip into the unknown with the X-Files theme. No other collection gives you the feeling of pure moods. To order Pure Moods, call the number on your screen or send check or money order for the amount shown, plus shipping and handling. Rush delivery available. Call now.
Alright, my name's Peter. I own Hollywood Babylon in Portland, Oregon. The store's been around for just over 10 years now. Last December was 10 years. And yeah, we mainly specialize in vintage clothing, but we also specialize in VHS, which got a bunch of here right now.
How long have you carried VHS?
So it's funny, like I'd say it's been about at least 8 years. We've had VHS in the shop for quite a while, and I used to sell them for really cheap because I would find them all over the place for, you know, next to nothing. And over the years, actually customers kind of alerted me to the fact that some of these tapes were actually way underpriced, and there's a pretty big demand for some of them.
What do you like about VHS?
Well, I've always loved VHS tapes. It started back when I was a kid in the 80s, and I just could not wait to go to the video store with my family, and I would always run around the horror sections and check out the crazy covers. That's one of the things I love most about the VHS tapes, which I think most people do like most, is the covers of some of these things are, you know, really fun. If you even take like a, you know, more common one like Army of Darkness, clearly that's a great classic cover, but some of the artwork is what I enjoy most about these tapes. I like that about it. I love the movies, and I love coming across that movie that I've never seen before that has a cool cover, and you can't wait to pop it in. It's just it kind of brings you back to a certain period, I think, for me.
Why the VHS resurgence?
So, yeah, kind of, I'm seeing this resurgence. I would say one of the reasons they are becoming so popular is because they're an actual, you know, they're a tangible thing that you can hold, and I think people now appreciate that a little more than they used to, since everything now is gone online and you just look it up. This is like, I think people really appreciate these things because, like, they know that back in the day, like, if you wanted to watch The Caller, you either had this or you didn't see it. So this was a special piece of, I think, movie history. Like, when they started releasing these in video stores, yeah, people just like couldn't wait. Now everything is just so easily accessible. There's no mystery to anything anymore, and I think that these tapes still have a degree of mystery to them. There's a lot of people younger too that they kind of want to know what that was all about, and this is almost like a little bit of a gateway to that experience. It's also a bit of like it's a collector's market out there, and there's so many pages on Instagram now that are, it's just VHS, what do you got? You know, everyone's showing off their prizes, and I think that that's also part of it, is the hunt. People love the hunt, the thrill. It's similar to me going and looking for vintage clothing, which is also, I think, part of the allure is the money aspect now, that people are asking a lot and getting a lot for tapes. And it's not like you can go to the mall and just, go to Suncoast and find a VHS tape. You've got to hunt for it, and you got to know where to look, and you got to be dedicated. So I think that that's probably one of the main allures to people collecting tapes now, is when you find that tape you've always been looking for, or you've never seen before, that you can't wait to go home and pop in the VCR.
How has the pandemic affected the shop?
That is a very interesting question. The pandemic has definitely made things a lot more tricky. There's restrictions to how many people can be in the shop at once. There's hand sanitizer, there's people that come in that don't want to wear masks, and you've got to sometimes have a little bit of a confrontation with them, like, hey, it's basically the law, you've got to do it. But the thing that the pandemic has revealed to me, it's really shown to me like the support from the community, and how Portland still does really support local businesses. And there's a lot of customers that have been coming here for years that they don't want to see places like this disappear from Portland. I think it's a really important thing right now to be able to support a small business if you can. If you have like a small business out there that you've always liked, right now is when they need you the most. I think it is a part of Portland that people are afraid of losing, is the personality and character of the small businesses that Portland has always been known for. So I feel like if we can make it through the pandemic to the other side, and we can still have those businesses in Portland, we can still keep that character here that the city's always been known for. So, I still look forward to coming in and opening the shop every day and seeing everyone. It's been a really great somewhat of a social outlet for me. So yeah, customers, shopping local, so important, and really warms my heart.
Visit Hollywood Babylon at 4512 Northeast Sandy, or follow on Instagram.
Shot and edited by Kyle Reese.
Soundtrack: Interpreter of Dreams by Mnemonic Pulse.